Okay, so we are live. A very good evening from here from the UK, and a very good afternoon from the US and Canada. So, for all who are new to our pages, a very warm welcome. Who are watching us live or going to watch the replay, a big warm welcome. So, what we do here is we come here or at least once a week or several times a week actually to talk about the online business. And what's so special about talking about the online business? We are people who actually have, most of us here don't have any kind of business background, have not studied anything in business, no MBAs, anything like that, marketing degrees or anything, and yet we do a business. So that's what makes us unique. And we are all very passionate when we talk about our business. So today I have three lovely ladies from different parts of the world going to talk about their experience in the online space. So before that, I'd like to introduce myself for those who don't know me and for the benefit of people in other pages. My name's Dr. Susie Jacob. I am a general practitioner here in the UK. I'm also a business coach. I've been now doing the business successfully for the past 2.5 years, and it's been the best decision ever. And thanks to the business, I've been able to cut down my hours. I have been able to retire my husband, and we've been able to go on several holidays to several countries, all because of this business. So, without further ado, I'm going to now go to Susan. Hi, Susan, how are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
All right. So, Susan, so my question to you today and to everyone really is why the online business? Obviously, who's Susan? Why the online business? And how has this actually changed you?
Okay, thank you, Susie. Thank you so much for inviting me to your page. It is such a pleasure. It's an honor to be here with you guys today, from different parts of the world. That this is one of the best thing ever happened to me, and I'm so honored and happy to be here with you guys today from different parts of the world. This is one of the best thing happened to me be in the business, honestly, and I'm very excited. Okay, so let me just introduce myself here for the people who don't know me. My name is Susan. I am a pharmacist by profession. I live in Michigan for past 24 years, and I am a pharmacist by profession, and I have a husband and two adult kids. So if you ask me why did I start the business, I have a lot of whys actually. So I am a pharmacist. I used to work in retail, corporate retail, which was very stressful. So I used to think I need a work from home job. So I kept looking for a work from home opportunity. So I looked in IT, pharmacist job, different jobs. So but then I had a very good job. Okay, so it was paying me very well. I kept looking, but I wasn't serious enough. So but then things started happening in my life. My health started getting affected. So then I started learning different things, QA and stuff like that. But what happened is, like, I broke my back and I was lying down for 4 months. So I was like, I have to be serious in my work from home job search, and I was looking. But then I was looking at my mentor for quite a few, because she was not my friend, but she was my Facebook friend. I was looking at her and I was thinking, is this a scam or something really legit? But I never took an action. I was thinking what she's doing, but I kept looking at her without taking an action. But then my back was okay. I went back to work again, back to the stressful environment. But then still I had a good job. I did not take an action. Again, my life was stressful. I came back home as a screaming mom. I did not have time with my kids. I did not time with for my family or friends. I was working really hard. Back of my mind, it was always running. I need another plan B, but I kept going like that. Very stressful. My life was, not quality life. I did not have time for my family and friends. But then what happened is my stress was really bad, cortisol levels were high, my diabetes got really bad, my health was going bad, I did not have time to for exercise, good eating. My health became like really bad, so I had to undergo two surgeries. I couldn't work for like 7 months. So when I did not work for 7 months, I it really hit me really bad. And I realized, if I don't have a plan B, if I don't do anything for a rainy day, this is gonna be bad, because we don't know what happened in unexpected situations in life. I don't know if my work is like during this time, if your work if your work is like it's if you're gonna get laid off and stuff like that, you don't know about that. And health is like gonna be good or not. So that is the time I realized I need a plan B. So that's when I really started looking into my options. So I'm like, I went and talked to my mentor actually, and I started looking into this opportunity, because I felt this is some because I was all this 4 years I was looking into her growth without me taking any action. So I saw her growing actually in front of my eyes without me not taking any action. So I only saw her growth. I did not grow. So finally, I paid one for. I actually saw the free webinar. I paid 114, and I saw all this 240K people doing the business from different parts of the world. I saw that, and I'm like, why can't I do this business when all these people, all these professions, doctors, nurses, engineers, IT professionals, lawyers, truck drivers, work at home moms, everybody is doing the business. Why can't I do it? And I need a time freedom, I need to take care of my health. That's when I realized I can do it too. So I'm like, I have to do this, whatever it takes, I have to do this. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. So but I was not good technically. I wasn't, I was not sure if I could do it. But then I took a leap of faith, I started it. And honestly, today this is the thing I regret the most, that I did not started it 4 years ago, because without even me knowing it, I was able to grow like in no time. So in last 6 months I was able to grow. And I'm so happy now that I am so happy I took the right decision of my life. I quit my full-time job, I took a part-time job now. So because of this job, my life has changed completely. Not just the financial freedom, I have time freedom, I have time to take care of my health. That is the best thing. Not just the money I'm talking about, I have time to take care of my health, time to be with my family and friends. I am able to connect with people globally, like-minded people. Like basically I'm happy, I'm able to take care of my life and health. So many things, I can't stop talking about it. Honestly, so many things has changed in my life. And also, I haven't even touched a laptop before that. I'm just a pharmacist, I'm technically not good. So now I am technically, like, I'm learning a lot of stuff, new skills. So I'm like very happy actually. So I'm very happy, I'm able to learn a lot of stuff, I'm getting better technically. So a lot of things, if I can talk for hours about this business. So see, I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about it. I will talk for hours together if you ask me.
I
Thank you
know.
so much, this is my story.
Thank you so much, Suzanne. And that's the thing, isn't it? When we start talking, we can't keep our mouth shut, because
Yeah.
that is the impact that this business has made into our lives.
Right.
2.5 years ago, when I started this business, I was in a very, very low point in my life. I was so stressed, burnt out, working 5 to 6 days a week as a general practitioner, anything between 9 to 12 hours a day. If you just imagine, that means I hardly had time for myself. And then there was a series of events that happened in my life. Through COVID, my husband lost his job, then got his job back. I was made redundant of my one of my managerial roles, got it back again. So so many things happen in your life, and that makes you think, what if this happens again? What if you're laid off? What if you lose, what something like a pandemic happens? And if you're in some kind of job, my husband's a chef, he was a private chef, now retired, of course, but he used to go into people's homes and they were scared for him to come to their homes to cook. And if you don't go for work, you don't get paid. It's as simple
Right.
as that. And like you, Susan, what if like you have a health problem, and not only you, what if somebody in your house has a health problem, like your
Right.
parents? Like a lot of us are immigrants, so we have parents who
Back home.
who are back home, and if you want to actually go visit them because they are unwell, or just visit them, the this if you're stuck to a job, if you're working 5 to 6 days a week, you have a very minimal amount of annual leave that you can
Right.
actually use to go. And or if your spouse is not well, if your children are not well, what's your backup plan? You might get paid for a week or so, or 3 weeks, whatever your how many ever days you're allotted a year. But what happens after? You
Same
don't
thing
get paid.
happened to me actually when my mom was sick after my dad passed away for a month. After that, I was forcefully I had to come back because of my job. I was scared I'm going to lose my job, so I had to come back. But I came back with a heavy heart, Susie, because I didn't want to come back because I want to be with my mom. But I had no choice. I had to come back. That day, I decided I need to find something else where if my mom needs me back again, I have to be with her. Today, I can happily go back and stay with my mom without worrying about the finances, honestly. So I'm like very happy today. I told her, like, if you need me, call me. I'll be right there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the same thing, I've actually have a shoulder injury. I've been suffering now for 3 weeks. But the thing is, the when it actually happened, I was like, I just couldn't move, and I called in sick. And before and all, you're like, should I call in sick? Now I'm like, so what? I'm called in sick. I'm sick. That's it. Like that. You're more confident. Before you're like, you're thinking 2, 3 times, because this is the only job you're dependent. If they don't like it, what will happen? If they don't like it, that's your problem. I'm not well enough to come in. Before, you were thinking, this is your only job. You don't want to make them upset. You don't want to upset, the excuses we give. I've gone in with a fever, with a cough, and during the break time, I've actually, because of the fever, I was lying down on the patient's bed. And because, I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to use up my leave. And also I don't want to let the team down. The thing is, all these excuses we actually make up. But the thing is, if you're not good enough to actually do the job, you're likely to make mistakes. And when you make mistakes, there's no one going to actually cover your backside. Yeah,
Right.
you are in it your own. And that's what people don't understand. So if you're not 100% well, you can't go into work. You're
Right.
not good for anything. And you're highly likely to make mistakes also at that
Right.
point in time. And that's it. Because of this business, I have actually went in and visited my dad for his 75th birthday. I told him, it was in the, they were not even expecting me. I went for 10 days, saw my dad. And last year I went for my mom's 70th. And again, I just walked in and she said, what are you doing here? I said, can't I come and see my mom? So like that, impromptu. And it was like 10 months apart, kind of thing. And so my mom's like, when will you be coming next? I said, I can come anytime I want to. And that's the difference this
Right.
business has made. Because it's like their faces when you walk in and give them a surprise, you know no money can actually buy
Make
that
a
expression.
difference.
That is priceless. The time you spend with them, is like, that is what this business has given me. It's not like I'm a greedy doctor, because I've had comments saying, oh, you're greedy. Aren't you making enough money? You're so greedy, you want more money. People say all sorts of comments, and they don't even care that like medical professionals are working to burn out, and they're like completely exhausted.
Right.
And from my point of view now, less is more. The less I do work, the more I am productive, more
Productive
efficient I am, and more unlikely to make mistakes.
mistakes.
And
Yeah.
I'm sure that's the sort of person that a patient would like to see.
Yeah.
Not an
Definitely.
irritable, burnt out doctor who would be like, I don't, like just waiting for the patient to go out of the room. They
Right.
want to speak to someone who's empathetic and who cares. And when you work less, you care. So less is actually more, really, from my point of view. Okay. Like what you said, Susan, I'll be talking. So over
I
to
know
you.
we can talk for hours.
I know I'm just going to keep my mouth shut now. Over to you, Jinky. What have you to say about this?
Thank you, Dr. Susie, for inviting me. Thank you, everybody who's listening to me. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jinsi. I'm an RN. I work here in Canada. I live here with my husband and 3 kids, and I am a proud digital business owner. I, what to say? I love this business. I love being in this business. My biggest reason why I chose to do a digital business was my kids. When what happened was when I had my third child and it was time for me to go back after my maternity leave, I was in deep trouble. Like I've been sending my other kids to daycare, and they were all young. And at the same time, I thought I have to send this guy also to daycare. I was feeling really bad because these are the growing up years that we have to be with them. And instead of that, I'm sending them to daycare. I didn't even have my parents here to look after my kids. So I was looking to find something that I could do from home online so that I do not have to like pick up so many extra shifts. My shifts were long, they were 12 hours long. So by the time I come back after my day shift, I'm like good for nothing. I don't have energy. I don't have, my health was also deteriorating. I had back pain, leg pain. I couldn't concentrate on anything else. I was always constantly frustrated when my kids used to come to me, mommy, what is this, what is that? They have so many questions, and I'm like, oh my god, just please go away. I don't want to talk. I'm so stressed. Like I was a very bad person. I mean, whoever came into contact, I'm pretty sure my husband used to feel that like I'm a very irritated person. But they don't know the stress because we are working the long 12 hours at work and then coming back home, and then you have to do all the household work and everything, looking after kids. I was totally burnt out. And so that's when I was constantly looking for something to do from home. And yeah, I used to see so many opportunities, but in the back of my mind always it used to come like, what if it's a scam, or what happens if I lose money and stuff like that. So I was very cautious. But what happened one day was, as I was scrolling through my social media, I happened to see one of my colleagues post about this business, and I was curious. So I just contacted her, and then she was able to give me more information. And I thought, well, if she's doing it, I know she's a real person, and I know her as my friend. So definitely she will not put me into something that is a scam or something like that. So I trusted her, and then I watched the webinar and I joined this business. And I'm so happy that that day I took this decision of joining this business, because today, because of this business, I have been able to cut back my hours. I don't have to work those 12 hours like so many times a week or something like that. I'm part-time now. I don't have to like burn myself out so much. That's the beauty of this business. Also, this business has helped me to grow as a person. Like I was not a technologically literate person at all. I barely used to like see the Facebook posts or post once in a while on Facebook and stuff like that. But now, like this business has taught me so much. We have the excellent world class training site. It teaches you everything from the scratch, even if you don't know to do anything. Like everything is there on the site. So, and it is 24/7 accessible. I can do it on my own time. So that's the beauty of this business. It has helped me so much. It has helped me to come out of my shell, because I was not a person who could be on camera, who could be on video all the time. I could not do that. But this business has helped me to come out. It has changed my mindset. I'm like totally a different person now, and I cannot vouch for this business. For those of you who are looking to change your life, believe in this business. This is a totally legitimate business. We pay taxes for whatever we earn, and it is nothing of like something like a scam or anything. Like if so many people have changed their lives, you can too. Just take action. Thank you so much. Over to you, Susie, Dr. Susie.
Thank you so much, Jinsi. So that's the thing. Even I agree with you 100%. For me also, I just like you was very camera shy person. I was not even smiling for my wedding album. And sure, one of our colleagues, Sharon, was saying, "Oh, Susie, you have to take another album now. Redo your wedding photos now, because obviously I'm smiling all the time now, like what I was before. My husband was so
Okay,
scared
now
when I
you're
told.
smiling all the time.
I know. And my husband was so scared when I told him after I got into the business. Only I told my husband I got into the business, because I didn't want him to put me off, and he was so upset that he's like, you don't like facing the camera, you don't like talking in public, you don't like smiling, and you are just sitting in a room reading your books. That's the sort of person you are, and what are you going to do? Social media. He obviously, he was upset. He was trying to protect me. He was, in a nice way, he wanted to say, and he's like, oh, what have you put yourself to? And even like a month ago, he was saying, I cannot believe that this is my wife. Because you're all over social media. People are asking me, what is your wife doing? But that's it's made me a better version of myself. It's made me realize that anyone can change if they put
Right.
their minds to. So there's nothing like you're like this sort of person, because if that was the case, yes, I was another sort. I was a completely different sort of person, minding my own business, in my books, watching Netflix, watching Prime, and going for work, coming back. That was the sort of person. Now I'm not thinking. I'm thinking about, my team. How can I help my team? How can I help more people, understand that there is a life outside the 9 to 5 grind, you know
Right.
and because of that mentality, I'm much more happier. And another thing is, I thought I could only help people by being a doctor, but I've realized that I am helping a lot more people now than
Yeah.
I could have ever imagined. Because when you're in a doctor and you're in a room, you're consulting. Yes, don't get me wrong, it gives me so much satisfaction when people actually sometimes come back and say, 2 years ago, actually you told me this, and it helped me, and I needed to hear that. And they come back and sometimes tell you, and really touches your heart. But when it comes to social media, it's one to many, because this video will go out like wildfire at times. So that is the possibility. So can you imagine the amount of people that can get this information and have the potential to change their lives? It's a lot more. And what happens is, as I've mentioned previously in the beginning of this video also, when you less is more, the less you work, and when you don't have to worry about how to pay your bills the next month, or can I take a sick leave because I'm worried that it might affect my annual leave and stuff like that, you're much more happier. And I'm sure people like to see happier versions of us. And
Right.
not really like that, like what you said, Jinsy, like a lot of the skills I've learned here, I'm able to transfer into my workplace. Exactly what you said. We changed our system about 3 4 months ago, and everyone was actually having problems troubleshooting. And I was like, okay, let me try to figure it out. So click, 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 click. You start becoming better in managing technical things, because you're not, obviously I'm not an expert, but you, because you've done something, you think, okay, that thing worked like that there, I can probably apply it here. So it will change your personal development, will is off the chart, really, if you actually do this business properly. So it's not just the money is fantastic. We can all vouch for it. We earn anything between 4 and 5 figures a month, all of us, so we can really vouch for that. But this is more than just the money. It's more about us being a better person, us being there for our family, us being there for providing for more causes. Because of this business, and because of the opportunity of my husband being able to stay at home, we went on a my husband went on a mission trip, and for 8 days to India, and he did some charity works and things like that. And that was all possible because my husband's not going for work. Otherwise it wouldn't have been possible. So from my point of view, I feel we are doing a lot more for the community and for the world since we started doing this business. Over to you, Kumadini. What do you have to say?
Lot to say.
Thank you so much, Dr. Susie, having me. And thank you everyone, watching us now. My name is Kumudini and I'm advanced clinical practitioner in UK. I live in UK just over 17 years. And I'm also a proud digital business owner. And also I got two teenagers and husband. Uh, Actually this business has changed my life. Uh, I was looking actually something work from home. So this made me think actually, as Dr. Susie said, COVID time, because I actually mostly work privately, not like I haven't done any permanent work, a lot. So when COVID hit, we have to go to work. I saw, my colleague, dying, but I haven't got any chance to stay home. I was thinking, people, working smartly, staying at home. Why I can't do that? It made me think all the time. And also, being in here, being a mom, and I was exhausted, as Jinsi said, 12-hour shift. Even though I do like 4 shifts and staying in 3 days, it's so tired, it just make me recover another day to, but don't want to spend the time with children, and you got housework, as she said, and so much to do. And actually I didn't realize that, I can do something else, apart from, this nursing job. And then time goes on, I'm exhausted, but I was thinking something. And also another thing, as Dr. Susie said before, and when my dad was in palliative care, and actually, I had to, left him, with heavy heart. So at that time I was thinking, I had, because of the commitment I have back into UK and have to go to work, I was thinking, my God, I should have something else. I cannot really, live with, my job. I need to have, side hustle. I was thinking like that. Oh yeah, we were thinking sometimes, attraction, like law of attraction. So this gave me a blessing. So I'm not actually not the social media person, and suddenly I saw ad from another GP. So at that time, actually, I was in primary care. I thought if she can do that, while working in as a GP, and I can do as well. I got the same 24 hours as as her. So I thought, yeah, I'm gonna try, because I at that time I didn't realize this is not the scam, because that is the first time actually I saw that ad. And then I approached her, and then after that, she put me on another group, and then I saw like, oh my God, people staying home and earning 4 5 figures. Wow, that's amazing, I can do that. Like so many people, different professional, as Susan said, doctors, engineers, truck drivers, and healthcare assistant, work in home mom. Then I realized, if they can do that, I can do that too. And yeah, I took the leap of faith. And at that time, I was doing my master's, but I thought, if I didn't start at that time, I'm not going to go anywhere. So I need to start something. So with difficulties, limited time, I started. Now actually less than 1.5 years. So I'm really enjoying. Now I don't have to worry about doing any low shift extra, like I don't have like work, oh yeah, I need to find, to fill up this day, I need to phone somewhere, like that. I don't have to worry about that, because I know my business is running and I'm getting some income, and I don't have to worry about, and I can spend the time, that quality time, actually I can spend the time with my girls and my husband. And also I can travel anywhere. And also I got my mom, now she's in Sri Lanka. If she got any trouble, of course I can go, because I got the business. I'm not worried about my job. Of course I'm doing good job, I'm earning good money, but quality time is needed. And the time, time is precious. If we haven't that time freedom, and we not never get back that time. So yeah, that's my story, and I'm really enjoying, and I'm looking forward future, because this business, I know I'm in future I'm earning a lot of money. I mean, it's not about money, and also it's a legacy, because I don't have to worry about my children. When they 18 years old, I can transfer my business to them, and they actually can if they want the sort of university expenses, this business can fulfill that amount as well. So so many such blessings, even like a community, like-minded people, and I got like my business partners around the world. Anytime I can travel around the world and I don't have to stay actually in hotel, I got nice people and reliable people, and they're so nice, and I can spend the time with them as well. It's so nice. And yeah, even like not even my culture, and like other nationalities, like India, and some Indians and so many people, I'm really enjoying now, and I'm really enjoying my life now. I don't have to worry about now. Before, even though I'm doing good job, I have a worry because I need something else. Only option I was thinking about property, but investing a property is a lot of money, but you need to have maybe 4 5, maybe 6 properties at least, enjoy your life properly. So yes, this is low investment, not like property. So you invest low and you earn a lot of money. So for example, if you invest a lot of money in the property, you only get only limited amount of money because of the interest rate and all that. Is that amount only having like every year or every month is the same? It's not going up. But this business, you invest very low amount, but your profit income getting like 4 5 6 figures is growing. So that's the beauty of this business. So that is the main reason I joined this. And also, like social media, for example, I said I haven't got even friends, I'm not posting, but now I got so many friends, and I am doing like post and everything, because we learn all the things from the business. um, and also different techniques. It's not Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, everything. So kind of actually really enjoying. It's something different from the business, and it's something really enjoying. Yeah, that's I think my story, and a lot to say actually. I don't want to go further.
I know we can't keep our mouth shut if we start talking about the business. And that's the thing, this is because it's a business, it's considered as an asset, and an asset is something you can transfer your children. So it's like property, gold, whatever, those sort of things we can transfer. And because this is a legitimate business, once they are 18, you can transfer the business. And unlike other business, also our business, once you have made a certain amount of sales, you start earning pensions. And tell me which job you can earn a pension within 2 or 3 years. And that's the potential of this business. You can potentially start earning your pension within 2 to 3 years. Any other job, you would have to work endlessly, tirelessly for at least 40 years to end up with 40% of your annual lifetime income, and which probably will not be enough even to pay your gas and electric bill by that time. Forget about even enjoying going to for holidays to different countries and things like that, and enjoying simple pleasures in life. But this business has given us an opportunity, like we can actually close our eyes and enjoy our life. And I think that is the key thing about this business. This business will change you as a person, make you a better person, help you earn money. And not only that, because we focus a lot on mindset, the one thing you'll actually see in our team is we want to help people. There's you contact anyone, you're like, okay, I have a doubt, Susie, can you help me? I say, yeah, fine. Or if I contact somebody, they're like, oh, what do you think is the best thing to do? And we're all so friendly, we're all so quick to help each other, because we want to grow together. And we are so happy as a community when we see our fellow business partners succeeding. And so it is a very good, vibrant community with the right mental attitude. And that's actually transferable in every aspect of our life, because our families are seeing that change, our colleagues are seeing that change. The other day also, a receptionist was saying, you're always smiling, aren't you? I said, the smile doesn't cost me anything. So anyway, thank you, lovely ladies, for being with me today and sharing our story and our journey with the world. I hope this has inspired some of you out there. And if you're thinking, well, I need to smile like that lady, or I need to earn that money like that person, or I want pension within 2 or 3 years, or I want to leave that legacy for my children, or I want to be with my parents when I feel like, without thinking about, will you give me annual leave? At the moment, if they say you're not going to get annual leave, I'll say that's fine, I'm going anyway. I actually once told my boss that. I said, I'm going.
Yeah, that's how I would quit my permanent job. Okay,
Yeah,
don't worry. Yeah.
like, the thing is, I have annual leave. They're thinking, oh, should I, like, I was like, that's fine. If you want to give or not, it's fine. I'm just telling you, I am going. And I can't imagine doing that 4 years ago.
Yeah, we can proudly say that. Yeah.
I can't imagine doing that 4 years ago. Really, I can't. So if that interests you, any of what we've actually said interests you, wherever you're watching, whichever page you're watching, get in touch with us, and we'd like to share more with you, and so that you can also be part of this journey. So a very good evening and a good afternoon to everyone watching around the world, and stay blessed. Thank you, ladies, once again.
Thank you.
Thank you.